what? If he didn't want to be here and he's got better offers, good luck.
Yeah.
Go,
Same.
you know,
I think a lot of Blues fans would agree with that sentiment.
Yeah, good luck. We got lots of other players that we could go after.
We're not a backup. We're not a second option. Either you want to play and you love the Blues, or you don't go away. It's simple as that, really.
Exactly. If you don't want to go and you want to go somewhere, then yeah, best wishes to you. But we'll go for somebody else. That's absolutely fine.
So welcome back to BCFC Royal Blue, and as you know, there's nothing shy to talk about at Birmingham City, and we feel like this is a little bit of the calm before the storm, before the transfer market opens, before we start the pre-season, before the next season and the championship starts. But we always like to do these, especially in the summer, an unscripted video where we just press record and we see what comes out. So Dad, Birmingham City, anything on your mind or your thoughts at the moment?
Well, to be honest, I mean, it's the summer, isn't it? You know, there's not a huge amount going on football-wise, and I just can't wait for the new season to start. You know, I'm really itching for. I know that we are going to obviously bring in new players, and we've got all that to come just yet, and obviously the pre-season, all that will be sort of in the as the players come back. But at the moment, you know, I know that the under-21s are on, but I can't really find anywhere to watch the England or under-21 competition. But yeah, I'm just really sort of like looking forward to the season and waiting for the football to come back.
Also, international football, that just doesn't do it for me. Again, if that's controversial, fine. You know, I don't know whether people love watching England games, love watching international games. Doesn't do it for me. I love watching Birmingham City. I mean, I like the World Cups and the Euros, but, you know, the qualifiers and friendlies and stuff, it just doesn't get me going. I love watching Blues. I love hearing all the transfer rumours.
Yeah, me too.
You know, listening about the stadium updates, listening to Wagner, listening to Chris Davies. You know, that's what it's about for me, and I can't wait for that to come back more consistently, because you're right. I mean, it's just a little bit boring, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean, the England under-21s, really, it's just so I can see Jay.
Yeah.
I know he got on in the first game for about half an hour, I believe.
Yeah.
But that's the only reason of interest. And probably have a look at James Beadle. Oops, is he coming?
It's funny you say that, Dad, because he actually looked pretty decent for the under-21s. And again, I know it's all links at the moment. It's looking like a good link, like he is going to come on loan to us. But yeah, he looked comfortable in the England under-21s. Looked like a decent player. Yeah,
well, I'm pretty sure that at some point that will be announced whenever the club are ready, because everything indicates that is a done deal. But of course, as always, Matt, until the club announce it, we can't take anything for granted, can we? But he's highly muted. But yeah, it's good to see Jay get some minutes in the England under-21s. He came on about 60-odd minute in their first game. And they won that game 3-1, didn't they?
Although I just said I don't like international football, it doesn't quite do it for me. I love seeing Jay with the England top on. It does look cool, don't it? You know, one of our players is an England international, even under 21. It's great to see.
Well, one thing that is interesting about that competition is that trialling for the first time, and I believe this will be instigated into the league next season, is that goalkeepers have got now 8 seconds to release the ball, and if they don't, a corner is awarded to the opposing team. What's your thoughts on that, man?
I love it.
Yeah,
absolutely love it, especially coming off the back of League One days. Remember, the pinnacle for me was Shrewsbury away, where we were counting, and the goalkeeper was even doing that with his hands, counting us, counting him, delaying and wasting time. So no, I think that's a great idea, because if we're going to be honest, refs don't clamp down on it. They're not strong enough on it. Sometimes it's really obvious that they're just burning the clock down. So I think that's a great idea. It'll soon stop them.
I can't understand why referees didn't enforce. Their job is to enforce the laws of the game, right? And the law said 6 seconds, you release the ball. If not, there's an indirect free kick. It was at the time. However, this is going to make a massive difference now. 8 seconds, I mean, 6 seconds is really quick, isn't it? You've always got to get the ball and get rid of it straight away. 8 seconds, I mean, that extra 2 seconds is going to be neither here nor there. But it'll be interesting to see how the referees enforce it, because the crowd, all of the crowds all around the country are going to be counting down. 1, 2, 3. So, but I think, last season was so frustrating, not just for us, but I watched some games on telly. Yeah. And the goalkeepers would just hold on to the ball, sometimes nearly for like half a minute.
Yeah.
How can a referee, on the case, sometimes the referee would book a goalkeeper, but the goalkeepers would take the booking.
Yeah.
Now this is different. So now that they will give a corner, which gives a massive advantage to the attacking team.
Is there anything
so goalkeepers are going to be less willing to do that because they're going to have a massive advantage to the team.
Is there anything in the rules, Dad, that says if your team gets so many corners, so if the goalkeeper's done it so many times, he gets a yellow card? Has that been stated of any kind? So let's say 5 corners get given away. Is that a yellow card then to the goalkeeper?
I presume the referees will not need to because the penalty is going to be, in terms of the penalisation, is going to be the corner.
Okay.
So I mean, the managers are going to go absolutely nuts, aren't they? If their goalkeepers keep giving corners to the to the opposing team. So I don't think there's any need for a referee to book a player because they've already given an advantage now, given an advantage back. So, but I'd be interested to see how that pans out. I mean, I've not really seen it.
Is that rolling out in all English leagues?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe. Well, I don't know about the Premier League, but I presume it's a law that will be in all leagues. So, I believe that will happen.
You know what Blues should do, Dad? They should go one step further, and every time the keeper has it, put a timer on the big screen in between the Gilmerick and the family stand that says 8, 7, and then we all count with it.
That's it.
And
Just
put the pressure on.
And when the 8 seconds comes, a big X Factor X comes up, and then the game suddenly freezes and stops. So I think that'll be an interesting.
8 seconds isn't long when you think about how long some goalkeepers hold on to it.
Yeah.
Some goalkeepers holding on to it, Daddy said, for half a minute. I love that rule. I'm all for it.
Yeah. So let's see what happens there as well. We don't really want to sort of dwell too much on the sports quarter either because we've done so many conversations and podcasts on that. So if you haven't seen our pods on the sports quarter, go and have a look at our previous podcast. But it's so exciting about what's going on, isn't it? You know, as a general comment, really, you know, it's amazing the way it's moving forward now and progressing.
Yeah.
And every indication is that it's all going to happen, and all the Blues fans are really excited to see what the stadium's going to look like and all those type of things.
Me included.
So
it's exciting times, Dad, and I think. Another big thing for me, I love it. I don't know whether all Blues fans do or not, but I love it when the kits get released as well. And
do you know when that'll be, Mac?
I don't know, but I remember giving you and my father-in-law your kits for Father's Day last year, and we're recording on Father's Day right now. Obviously, these videos are going to go out at different times, but we're filming on Father's Day, and we had our kits this time last season. So maybe I say delay. I don't mean that there's a problem with a delay. I'm just saying maybe they're just pushing it back a little bit further into the summer than they did from last season. But
it could be to do with stock availability as well, because you know the demand as soon as the kit goes out. I mean, not just in the shop, but the online demand is going to be massive for the new kits as well. They're probably making sure that they've got enough stock, ready to meet the initial demand. Yeah,
exactly, and. I've been hearing rumours about kind of like an anniversary kit, as in something maybe a little bit special on the cards.
150-year kit.
150-year kit, maybe some sort of relation to our history in that new kit that comes out. They might be doing a massive press release around it. There's so many things that go on behind the scenes that we're not privy to that could be sort of delaying.
But that can't be far away, can it?
No.
I mean, because obviously the club will want to get them out. Obviously, it's a lot of revenue to the club.
I would say within the next 2 weeks that the kit will be released. But I have no idea. That's just me having a gut feeling. Always excited to see those. Again, the fans get quite excited on X. That's probably my biggest social media to engage with fans and hear rumours and listen to sort of the stadium, the kit, all these sorts of things. And some people have done some really cool concept arts on there. Some of them are disgusting, but there are also equally some very, very good ones as well. So whenever those pop up on my timeline, I always get excited to see what the new kit's going to look like as well.
It's like speculating when a player's been linked, isn't it? You know, until you actually see what the actual kit really is. You know, I mean, there are some pretty good designs on social media, but ultimately. We'll see what the kit looks like. So that's really good. The pre-season sort of fixtures or most of them now have been announced. So I have actually written these down.
Yeah, go for it.
Couldn't remember them. So we've got the Arthur Cup, which is at Solihull Moors on the 16th of July.
Yeah.
Then we've got a fixture away at Northampton on Saturday, the 26th of July. Oh, actually, prior to that, Burton was added, actually, the 19th of July. So it's the Arthur Cup against Solihull Moors. Then on the 19th of July, away at Burton. Then away the following weekend at Northampton. And then away the following weekend. Oh, there's two on the 26th of July, actually, both Port Vale and Northampton. So I presume that they'll do
They did that last season as well, didn't they? Walsall and somewhere. Was it Shrewsbury and Walsall, maybe? There was
there was a
split
team. I think that's just happened on the 26th of July. But it's probably just to get minutes in the legs of players, isn't it, as the season progresses. Obviously,
it's like we're glued to League One, Dad. Burton, Northampton. It's like it's like we want to keep going back there, but yeah.
I mean, prior to that, actually, it's worth mentioning as well prior to those fixtures, there's the Tour to Portugal as well. That's the 7th to the 13th of July. So there'll be a fixture played there against, I presume it's going to be a local Portuguese team wherever they are. They're in Albufeira or something like that. So there'll be a fixture against that and the pre-season. Then those fixtures I've mentioned, and then there's one that they've announced, but they haven't announced the opposition yet, which will be the Trevor Francis Memorial fixture. That'll be at home. That's on the 2nd of August.
Yeah.
And last year we had Rangers, didn't we?
Yeah.
So it's not going to be Rangers again. I'd highly unlikely. So is it going to be one of his former clubs, like maybe
Sampdoria? That'd be cool.
Oh, that would be good, yeah. But then you got Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Sheffield Wednesday is one of his previous clubs as well.
Wednesday,
but we're going to play them in the league, so I'll be surprised if it's Sheffield Wednesday. But Sampdoria and Nottingham Forest would be good.
I was just about to say, for me, Dad, Nottingham Forest or Sampdoria, they would be the two for me that I would choose. It could be Rangers again. It could be Sheffield Wednesday. Who knows? But yeah, Forest or Sampdoria would be cool.
Yeah. Probably end up being Warsaw. So no disrespect to Warsaw, but as a memorial game, I think it's going to be something that's linked to Trevor.
Yeah.
I maybe as well. That's the day. Maybe Blues fans can correct me on this as well. That the Trevor Francis statue will be unveiled.
Amazing!
As well. I know that's going to be sometime this summer.
Amazing.
So it would make sense.
What stands that going at the front?
I believe it's going to go somewhere outside the Cop.
Okay.
The Cop car park.
Yeah,
but I don't know exactly. But we'll all be.
That makes
revealed.
sense for it to go there, because that's where it's where the fan zones are. It's where the main sort of entrances for everyone, corporate seats. That makes sense for it to be at the front of there, does it? Because we've got the slabs as well. It's kind of memorial by nature.
It's going to be somewhere around there. But let's I'm sure the club will release details soon for that.
Yeah.
Quite looking forward to seeing what that fixture will be as well, because it's going to be another memorial to Trevor.
And on the theme of fixtures, Dad, I can't wait for the actual championship fixtures to get released.
Yeah, they're on the 26th of June, 12 o'clock this year. They're normally 9 o'clock, but this year it's 12 o'clock. I mean, that is a real proper special day, isn't it? Particularly as a team that's been promoted back as well. Because remember last season, Matt, we had the fixture release for League One, and suddenly it dawned on us that we were going to be playing teams that we hadn't played for a long time with smaller grounds. And even though it was special in terms of we're playing them and them, it's not like it's going to be for look, we're going back, we're going to Portman Road and we're going to the Hawthorns and we're going to CBS and all these grounds that we've been used to over recent years. We're back again, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Same. Good allocations as well. I think a lot of Blues fans last season couldn't get tickets to away games, where the odds are now there'll be a lot more Blues fans being able to get tickets for away games, because we're going to be back up to 2,500, 3,000 allocations.
Which in League One was a luxury. There's only a few teams that gave us that. The lots of Charlton and Barnsley.
I would say an average League One away end was about 1,500, 600. So if you were anything less than platinum or gold, it was significantly difficult to get a ticket. So.
And particularly with our away support as well, the demand that we have as well.
It's crazy.
Transfer window, you sort of touched on the transfer window. At the moment it's quiet, but and there's a lot of noise on social media about we haven't signed anybody or blah. But this is very normal for what happens on a transfer window.
It's not even open yet. Well, it was open for a week. I get that, but that was strange circumstances because of the Football Cup, weren't it? So that was just a one-off.
The club championship.
The club championships.
But this is where we normally are. You normally, particularly the player. I think the players are due back next week or the week after. They come back, and I think that's when the activity really starts to sort of hot up a little bit.
There's only two things I'll say about the transfer. Well, a couple of things about the transfer market. Obviously, James Beadle seems like a done deal, but we'll wait always until the announcement. Fujimoto, the Japanese player, again, strong links there. Let's see what happens next week. I believe he's injured his ankle or something, so interesting to see if they get that over the line.
I think that's what's holding things up. I think there's a little bit of concern about an injury, but I believe that looks like, from what I'm reading as well, that could be a done deal. But again, we mentioned this already, Matt. Until the club announces it, we know that nothing's agreed.
I was just about to say, and this is all just conversations on social media. I've heard that we are also not massively pursuing Poku anymore because of the agent games and the back and forth which are happening. And I've heard that Damari Gray's turning out to be a difficult deal as well. But again, let's just see what happens in the next few weeks with all these transfers. I'm still excited to see who we get through the door. And for me, Dad, as I always say, those front three are the biggest priority for me.
Well, Poku for me, I think the club are right. That they give him an offer ages ago. And if he's like and ahhing about, that's fine, because he's going to have lots of offers. But at some point, he's got to let us know.
He's got to commit, hasn't he?
And if the club are saying to him, and if he turns around, if it's his agent playing games, the agent works for the player. The player can turn around to the agent and say, well, no, get this deal done. This is where I want to go. Clearly, he hasn't done that, and he's going to have lots and lots.
Probably on holiday.
Exactly. So there's loads of factors involved in that. But
probably having a nice old time in Vegas or something.
I still would love to get Poku. I'd love him to sign. But if he didn't want to be here and he's got better offers, good luck.
Yeah.
Go,
I think a lot of Blues fans would agree with that sentiment.
Yeah, good luck. We got lots of other players that we could go after.
We're not a backup. We're not a second option. Either you want to play and you love the Blues, or you don't go away. It's simple as that, really.
Exactly. If you don't want to go and you want to go somewhere, then best wishes to you. But we'll go for somebody else. That's absolutely fine. One thing I really frustrates the life out of me, Matt, is every time a player is linked to Blues, the media automatically link that player to Wrexham. It's always like Blues and Wrexham, as if we're the same club.
I think
that can't all be true.
No, the only reason they do it is to get attention and to get likes and clicks and retweets and all that sort of stuff. It's rubbish.
It's complete rubbish, isn't it? Yeah. Blues are interested. Wrexham have come in for the player. Wrexham have linked to the player. Their players Blues are in.
It's called clickbait. It's just to get clicks. That's all it is. Yeah, and I agree. And a lot of people have cottoned onto it now, and they go, "Oh, what a load of rubbish."
It's just frustrating when you see every single time, isn't it? As well. Well, one final thing for me, Matt, as well is we spoke very briefly a couple of podcasts. I think might have been on the last Unscripted about Steve Spooner.
Yes,
and he's obviously retired now, and we obviously are so grateful for all of his work and effort that he's done for the club over the years, and he will be missed. But I noticed that Mark Kennedy has been appointed now as he's called the under-21 phase coach, whatever that means.
Right.
But he was at the club, I believe, with Lee Bowyer years ago as an assistant or coach or whatever. But now he's back as the under-21s. I think it's effectively the Steve Spooner role that Mark Kennedy. So we want to wish him luck. And welcome him back to the club. And let's say I know that the club particularly are really looking at developing our young talent now, and obviously appointments like that are pretty key in terms of the development of the younger players, the academy, and all that type of thing. So we wish him well, don't we?
Absolutely. Yeah. No, all the success in the world. I think the one thing that Knighthead have done, Knighthead have done a lot of things, but another good thing they've done is they've really instilled that commitment to all levels of the club. The women's team, the under-21s, the teenagers coming through, they've really committed to developing, getting us to an elite status. Well, it's called the Elite Performance Centre, isn't it? But getting us back into that category. Is it Category A, is it called? Or
Category 1, I think.
So Category 1 system. So I think they're doing a cracking job, and we always wish anyone the best who's taking on any of the jobs in any tier of the Birmingham City system.
I'm interested to see how that develops now, because I want to see us now attract the best talent, which is what they said this Category 1 will do, but also nurture them and keep them and develop them, rather than to have situations where we literally sell our young or lose
also,
our young.
Also, we're Birmingham, Dad, with the second city behind London. There's going to be a lot of natural talent in this city, just off a numbers game. Yeah. So if we can get them in, nurture them, we get another Jude Bellingham. Who knows? I know the Bellingham brothers don't grow on trees, but having a city of this size, let's capitalise on that and get some kids to our system.
We've got a good history, Matt, for developing young players, and and we're in a different category now, aren't we? As is this Category 1, it allows us to really sort of bring these players in, which would have gone to other clubs in the area, and develop them. So hopefully this new status that we've got in the and looking at the pictures of the way that they've developed the Wast Hills and the facilities there, it looks really attractive for a young player. And also as well, it's not just that. It's also the support, because part of being a Category 1 club, from what I've been reading, is also how you educate these players and how you prepare them for life, and what do you do, how do you support them after, if they get released, how do you support them and stuff like that. So there's there's lots of facilities for the parents as well to go and watch the players, and it looks fantastic. It's
well known, Dad. I don't know what the stat is. Is it 0.1% of players make it to any kind of level where they can make a living from it? So even if you're a very good player, the odds are it's going to be difficult for you to be a professional footballer. So it's important to get people ready for life, not just on the football pitch, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think this Category 1, what the club have done in order to be able to get that, have actually ticked a lot of boxes for the support of young players as well. So it's all good stuff, Matt. As I say, for me, we do miss the football, and I think a lot of people have commented that they're liking the content that we're putting out over the summer, because it's keeping them in touch with the Blues. Because we could easily just switch the lights off in the studio, just pop up again for the first game, couldn't we? But we love talking about the Blues, and there's no shortage of stuff to talk about at the Blues, and we're loving doing this. It's keeping us ticking over, isn't it?
Yeah.
But there's nothing the same as actually having the games, is there? And getting back into the nitty gritty of the season. That's what I'm missing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's almost the perfect way to end it, because I'm sure a lot of Blues fans are missing the season as well, and just want to get back down to St.Andrews and get that first game under our belt, which is exciting. But as always, Birmingham City supporters, we would love to hear from you. Please let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. And if you like the video specifically, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and check us out on our social media channels. We have an X page, we have an Instagram page, and we're also over on Spotify, so you can watch us or listen to us over there as well. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss any future content, and press that bell notification so you get notified every time we post. And myself and Dad will see you on the next one, all about Birmingham City.